Hey everyone, Fatty from Pack a Punch Traders here. Going to do a video lesson going over my trades today. 1 for 3 on the day, not that great, but still ended up green on the day. So we'll dive into that. This is NEPT right out of the watch list, looking for that 350 break, I believe, 348 or so. So here we are trying to hold around the mid threes. Let's just give this some time to figure out what he wants to do. Ideally, consolidates a bit here. We do have 11 minutes left until market close, so we'll see if this is maybe something for tomorrow to continue. But this is very nice to see as it held down all day, and here we are with a quick burst from three, even lower than that, as it held VWAP in the 280s to 370s. So keep this on radar, as if shorts can't take this down and buying continues, it holds up in this zone around the 330s, 350s. This could be something to test 4 plus. I believe I have mid fours as a target on my watch list, so keep an eye on that. But let's dive into my trades today. We got BWV, which was a quick loss today. Had a nice little perk, looked decent for a couple minutes, but then volume never really came in. Here's the chart, the multi-day bounce, huge fade, looking for that reversal, and just failed. Once it cracked red green, decided to just cut it. Quick loss, nothing, small loss rather, nothing significant. Had decent size in it, but only had 5-6 cent loss. Average at 331 and got out at 226. So nothing bad there. Uh, but yeah, sometimes the multi-day bounces they just don't work out. Here it is, still trying to hold up the past couple of days in the low threes. So maybe something for later on this week. So keep it on watch, but took a loss on it today. Then we got, this is the bounce play that did work, AMPC here. I did end up putting this, this is out of the watch list, but I put it as a top watch this morning. I tweeted about it. Just decided to take a different play. This one was a nice mover, given that on average 30% move we typically talk about. Slightly choppy, but still offered decent opportunity to buy and exit for decent profit. Uh, where was my other trade? SPRC. This was the other loss here. Get rid of this. So gap up, low float, low market cap, horrible history with some decent news. So kind of saw it as a really a garbage play. Just looking for that pump. Really, if they had good news, the failure of shorts to break it down with a chart like this, as they're expecting it to fail within each pop. So saw the failure break down early on. It held VWAP. Just volume didn't continue. That's really all it is. And early shorts didn't get squeezed as much as I thought. We got that quick move from 120s, 130s to 150, but nothing really past that. Volume got exhausted in the morning and couldn't sustain. And here we are, what could look as a higher low. It's still holding the key area. It did pull back on low volume, but as we can see here, the bounces are on weak volume as well, and it keeps making lower highs while volume keeps fading. So ended up cutting this as well. Here are my arrows. Uh, didn't have my stop loss set, but I had a stop market order, so ended up it wasn't a limit order, so didn't get the greatest exit. Ended up getting out at 131. Entry was 138, so not great, but still didn't have crazy size in this. Only had my starter to see what this could do, but as we see here, I didn't add because, like I just mentioned, and I was willing to add if it did hold up, but I was really getting uneasy here. And when it cracked, it just made sense. So I just sold into that. But the winner of the day for me was NERV here, as we have a nice breakout play. Had a nice multi-day bounce here, and then it just continued on. We have the break over 7, reaching next resistance level of 8. And then let me up here. Oh, that's too many. But so we got the continuation. It held the mid fives, the past couple days where it was holding as a high and then burst up and then failure to break down. We're in between the sevens and the mid fives, so it was kind of a hard area to judge how to play. But we also have after hours high at the day high as well. So 670s, 7-ish was going to be a key zone. So decided once I saw the perk here, once this failed to break down and held VWAP to slowly size in, got a little starter at 6.5, added a little bit more into the dips when it kept holding, making higher lows here around 7 whole dollar, half dollar area in that zone that we just mentioned. That's going to be an area where it could get stuffed if there isn't really enough volume. And volume kept perking up, did have some dips, but nonetheless, it was a healthy pullback. There wasn't any significant pullback with a lot of volume behind it that would scare me out. It just made higher lows into the breakout level, and then from there, it just burst into the mid sevens, high sevens, and I was up a dollar. And I was getting a little greedy here, but at the same time, I kept telling myself, this is holding trend. It's holding the mid sevens, and if it were to really pull back, I'd still get out of the play, green on the day, green on the play as well. So decided to risk it to see if it could break 8, which was the next resistance level. And as it was breaking, it sold into the 830s for about $1.60 gain a share. So decent day, just taking what I could get, took a couple losses, and ended up coming back with this one play. So all you need is one. Just be patient for the right play, and this was it. Let's see what NEPT is doing here. Trying to hold up in the low threes. This could definitely be something probably for tomorrow. Hopefully not after hours. Um, but yeah, decent day. Nothing spectacular. 2 losses and a win. So, oh, and the key takeaway I would say is not being emotional and getting stuck to a play, because AMPC, this was the better multi-day bounce compared to BWV, but I decided to take BWV because I just seeing how this ran up and everything, I'm just being emotional about this air quotes having to bounce. So nothing has to do what you want, and I was emotional about that. Decided to ignore AMPC because of the price and paid the price for that. Took the loss instead of getting a nice win out of this one. So this one matched the pattern. I just preferred the price of BWV, as well as being emotional about it, thinking that it should bounce soon. Um, that cost me a bit, but a good lesson out of it. So hope that was useful to anyone out there. We'll be out later with the watch list and top plays, reviewing that. Just wanted to go over my trades and NEPT as well. So we'll catch you guys later. Have a great day.